carry on from there. Hi!
Yay, finally. Sorry.
Yay! So, this is Captain Reboot. My name's Casey. We're playing Tyranny of Dragons. We're in the middle of Rise of Tiamat. And the players and their characters have split into two parties, one of which is on their way back from the frozen north, having recovered Macath the Crimson, who is a knowledgeable reference on the Draakhorn, a magic item used to get the attention of dragons and send signals about. It also has troubling effects on lesser creatures who share dragon blood and creatures in general. The kobold of the pet of the party, I guess, has been tasked to travel to Macath for study. And while that is happening, the party is heading to the southeast towards the newly reappeared land of Barovia, where they hope to find some information about the ongoings, Chloe, and other information. So down in that area. Luskin, I believe everyone departed without a whole lot of fuss. Was there anything I should know about that you guys have acquired or are doing on your travels?
Probably working on a couple potion type things.
Sure.
Of the healing variety.
Yeah, making potions would be a very good plan.
Good plan. The road from Luskin to Mirabar is frequently traveled. It has the trade routes on it, though most of the trade does take place on the River Mirar itself. So you do have good company, people passing you by, etc., until you reach the point where you are going to split off to the south, crossing the river at one of the fords, and make your way along an old trade route that runs down the side of the crags, across the Ashen Plains to the town of Oakhurst. The Valley of Barovia has reappeared just east of Oakhurst, closing the chain of the mountains that was originally broken. Mount Hotnow, the giant volcano whose eruption destroyed Neverwinter some years ago. The Little Mountain, White Plume Mountain, known for its distinctive plume, and a newly reappeared mountain that completes the chain, known as Gakis. But you're a few days' travel yet to go as you make your way down toward the town of Oakhurst. The road you're traveling on is recently flooded with people heading in both directions, though it's fairly empty as you travel along it now. You can see where heavy carts and wagons headed both towards and away. But that was some time ago now. Things have calmed down. Spring has sprung. The Ashen Plains, as you pass them by, are a sandy type of soil covered with loose ash and debris from a long while ago. Your research into dragons has revealed that this is also called a Shalden's Waste or a Shalden's Desolation, in reference to a great red dragon that once laid waste to the area prior to the troubling disappearance of the Valley of Barovia. As you get closer to the town of Oakhurst, about a day out, you can see in the distance that the Ashen Plains have changed color. The light gray of the ash turning into a dark, blotchy, almost tendrils extending out. And as you get a bit closer, you realize that the thirsty land has been drinking from the water now pouring out of the valley. The plains furthest are sort of a muddy mess of dark gray ash, but you can see little bits of green further in the distance, and away towards the mountains, larger strands of green, where a forest has reappeared. But, as you're marching along, about a day out, you come across a small clearing off to the side of the road where the hopes and dreams of someone died. But it's just a nice place to camp for you as you wait out the last evening before you reach the town of Oakhurst. And I was hoping for a smooth transition, but of course I'm clicking and dragging like crazy and nothing's happening. There we go. Big map, zoom way out.
Oh, Casey.
What?
You and your big maps.
It's a big
Oh my
map.
god, that's a giant map. I didn't
Why?
realize how big that was.
Sometimes big maps happen. So, you are traveling from the north down to the south. It is late evening. It's about time to set up. There is a clearing right about here. In that clearing are a couple of sticks, a few pieces of canvas and cloth, and a small ring of stone set out for a fire pit. You can see that many people have camped here before. Away to the west, you can see where a water course is trying to make its way through the dusty land, but there's no water that you can sense, just a darker splotch. In the months and years to come, you imagine that the water will finally saturate the ground and be able to run freely across it once more. And should there be a flash rain, it could probably get fairly nasty coursing through there. But there's no sign of such a thing right now. I believe you have a cart. And would you remind me how many, if any...
Carriage.
Carriage, fancy. And then would you also remind me how many, if any, horses you have to help you with that carriage?
We did work this out.
We did, but I don't remember. Do you remember?
2 to 4, because he had 1. I think we got another. I don't think we had 4. Does anyone else remember different?
2 sounds right.
Because they had horses at one point, so he
Okay.
already had a horse. He just attached it to
Waverly
the
still
cart.
has her riding dog, which is not helpful because
No.
riding dogs cannot pull carts.
Well, I mean, it's helpful in that you ride the riding dogs, so I mean, it is doing its job.
Exactly.
I think we
It's a
got
good way.
another horse, and
Because I remember having to pick up a horse because Joey didn't have a horse. And then why would Plaut have a horse?
I could have a horse. Just don't want one.
All seem like reasonable things.
I just don't see a point in riding another animal. An animal riding an animal is just barbaric.
it's useful.
Barbaric. So if you would go ahead and drag your tokens on over nearabouts the wagon. And we're going to add another horse for Joey.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joey doesn't have, he didn't pick up a horse either.
Oh! Joey
I remember that we had to pick up exactly 1 horse because only Dawn had a horse.
Got it. And did I give you all the Mastiff for the riding dog?
I don't think so.
What? How could I have forgotten that?
I don't think we needed the dog on a map before now, to be fair.
That seems reasonable. Who would put a Mastiff in danger? Mastiff!
Oh, John, speaking of potions, Joey is wondering, is it possible for you to make a potion of a spell and make it so that imbibing that potion would have the effects of that spell?
Which spell?
Joey's fishing pretty hard for detect thoughts.
So, such things are possible. However, in order
Recipe
to
doesn't
brew a
have that recipe.
yes, a recipe must be developed or purchased, and they are quite expensive. After that, it's fairly easy.
Okay. Like after that discussion with Dawn, Joey will just kind of look a little bit downplayed. Out of character note, Joey took Dream, and he wants to combine that with Detect Thoughts and try to figure out where this fucking wizard is. He's a good combination of getting into that guy's dreams and then reading surface level thoughts.
Aha.
It would be cheaper to buy a scroll.
But Joey's like paper. Can't cast Detect Thoughts because it's not within the spell list.
Fair.
Is it a sorcerer spell? He's a sorcerer now. Yep.
Okay. So we will work out the results of those efforts. Not this evening, though, because for reasons, your sleep may be disturbed. But as you go ahead and set up for the night, are there any preparations or precautions I should know about? And what will the watch order be? And for reasons, Dusk is going to pay a visit to the monastery that's just a bit north here. Got distracted and started hanging out with some dragonborn who was very lightened. So they're getting along fantastically.
Really, Dawn?
Dusk. Dawn. Which one did I do? The other one. I think I said the right one. I don't know.
I think, yeah.
Dusk.
The floor for your one.
Dawn
So.
would just hear that guy speak a sentence and then just walk away.
So there were other people of interest at the monastery, but no one distracting enough. However, the monk wanted to do monk things and pick up a few of the newest monk effects. In the meanwhile, for this evening, who is taking first watch, second watch, third watch, or what will the arrangements be?
I'll take first watch.
Dawn will go second.
I'll take the light-inducing watch, maybe. Like, you know, breaking the sun.
Breaking the sun, so that'll be third. Joey?
Okay.
Joey sleeping in?
No. Joey
No?
will take a watch.
Okay, which watch are you taking?
Carriage. I mean, if Plaut's gonna take third watch, I guess that leaves fourth.
Well, only 3 needed to get through the night, so
Oh.
you can double up.
Almost definitely double up on third then.
Okay. And we're going to roll a magic die. Bink. And that will put us into second watch. Who volunteered for second watch again?
Me.
Excellent.
Dawn.
And what would your passive perception be?
22.
That's a very high passive perception.
I love that every time you say 22, Athy, he always says that that's a very high passive. Every time.
It's just startlingly high. What can I say?
The sheet calculates it itself. I don't know. I don't even know where it came from. But
So, We're gonna push a button here.
Button
It's
push.
not a 22. So you are alerted due to tremors in the ground and disturbances that you can see on the edge of your vision that something is burrowing towards you and the party. What would you like to do about that, if anything?
Sigh.
It is off in this direction.
I don't think I've zoomed out enough to see.
It is off in this direction.
I still can't see.
I think you're on the wrong layer.
I'm on the wrong layer. Let's try this again. It is off.
Okay,
this
there we
direction.
go. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
I'm the wrong
like,
color too. Look at everything's going wrong for
Hey,
me today. There we
Athy,
go.
what are your hit points at? I'm sorry, I was lazy with updating the overlay.
mine hit points are 60.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No problem. You'll stand up and poke Joey.
Meh.
He just points off in the direction. You hear that?
Yeah, I don't have a bird attached to my shoulder, so no. What? What? Any idea what's going on?
Something is burrowing in this direction.
Okay. Well, I mean, bonus points. It's not a dragon. Bad points. Things that burrow are bad. Get the others. As Joey's like climbing up and
Edgar will fly around and squawk at everyone's face to get them up.
Sure. And as the squawking is happening, for reasons, could I have everyone please roll themselves into initiative?
Reasons.
For some
Just-
reason.
Just reasons.
Do. Wow. Don't think Dawn has ever rolled that high.
That's a very good initiative.
And we're going to go ahead and make this go in order. And Dawn, you just see little disturbances in the earth, little rises and falls. Like something's burrowing beneath the dirt, but it hasn't surfaced yet. Out in this direction. We should probably switch to the right layer again. This direction. That's better. What would you like to do?
We'll keep his eye on it and hold an Eldritch Blast for when or if it decides to come up at them or not. Hopefully it might just pass under them and keep going, but that, knowing their luck, that is not going to happen.
It would be odd and uneventful evening if that happened. But Plaut. What are you doing as an Eldritch Blast is being held? Mute.
It's still dark, correct? Like,
It is quite dark. It is second watch, so we're in the midnight to 2 a.m. round. Small amount of firelight surrounding you. So you've got about 20 feet, 40 feet.
okay. And I hear this rumbling too. It's not just like I heard a rustling. And I think
Yes,
it's this
it
way.
is-
It's
It
continuous.
is a confirmed rustling.
Okay, I will meet that rustling with my own sort of rustling. But this is gonna get complicated. All right, Plaut's gonna reach his short little turtle arms up into the air, and he's going to click a thing that isn't working.
Hmm. Jump for it. You can reach it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, this thing's freaking out on me. Okay. Yeah, so I would like to call it, since I can't really see where this is going, I'd like to call the storm cloud, like, above us and just in front of us.
Sure. 10-foot tall, 60-foot radius, so 120 feet wide. That's pretty big.
Well, big map, big storms.
Big map, big storms. So we're just gonna go with the entire area. Gets a little overcast, and after that, plot anything else.
He's just gonna start squinting out there and be like, let me know if you see something. And
Right.
That's it.
Got it. Things are going to happen in secret. More things are going to happen in secret. Waverly.
Well. Can I look really, really hard?
Really, really hard. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Where's my perception? There we go.
16. You are fairly certain that the closest disturbance to you is about 40 to 50 feet out. Beyond that, there's other disturbances, 80, 100, 120 feet out there. You're picking up the noise. You can hear the rustle of the dirt, occasional squelch as it hits a muddy spot.
I do not know what to do with this information. Look.
Fair.
Well, I think I'm just going to stay put for the moment here.
Okie doke. Additional secretive things are happening. Waverly, you notice a disturbance, maybe only 15, 20 feet out in front of you.
Oh!
Nothing breaches,
That's
just the dirt shifting.
That's very close.
That is very close. Another disturbance just to the north of Waverly.
They're closing in on us. They're
Some
surrounding
to the
us.
south. More to the north. And Joey, what you doing?
Well. Joey is gonna go ahead and not being able to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of limits his options a little bit. But he will slide just a smidgen forward. And then take a little bit of time and sheath himself in some little bit of chilly armor.
Ooh.
Not typically something he spends time doing. But in this instance, I mean, he's just, he's killing a second before something shows up and wrecks his day. So he will make a little armor around himself. And no bonus, and that's it.
And you have your choice of them. What shape is the turkey leg in today?
Turkey leg, upon rustling, would be turned into a pike.
You got it. And as Joey gets frosty, Dawn, your held Eldritch Blast fizzles away. And then what do you do?
Unfizzle it.
Unfizzle it.
There. Actually. So where are they now?
So, based on Waverly's exclamations and your own crazy amounts of perceptiveness, you would feel there are several to the north, 20 to 40 feet out, some to the south, maybe 30 to 45 feet out, and then still a lot of noise happening out 20 to 80 feet in this area.
Just to see if it works. It's going to cast. Was it minor illusion can make noises, right? Yes.
Yes.
Can't actually shake the ground, but sort of like I guess it's a point I have to see, so it would have to be on the top of the ground. But try to like get the sound to go down and see if it startles them and maybe makes them scatter, whatever it is.
Sure. Where are you trying to make that sound at?
Towards the ones that are the closest. You said they were up north.
Up north, just a bit past Waverly.
Yeah, so like in front of the encroaching, because they're the closest ones, to see if it does anything and maybe would make them scatter, or come up, so they have something to shoot at.
Sounds good. On that note, Plaut, what you up to?
Okay. So you said there's stuff encroaching. I don't actually see anything popping out, though, correct?
Nothing has erupted from the earth yet.
I mean, can I see enough to target one of the wibbly-word burrow spots that's rumbling near us?
You see no creatures. It would just be targeting dirt. You could try.
I'm fine with that. You point out some dirt patches to me. Show me some dirt.
So Waverly seems to be making some motions to the north, and there was just a rumbly sound from right about there.
Okay. Yeah, right about there is where I will call some lightning out of my storm cloud.
Sure. When you cast a spell, you choose a point you can see under the cloud, pull the lightning flashes down.
Can I know it says 5 feet or from that point, can it go underground? I mean, it's lightning. Or is it only around?
A point you can see, so you can't see underground unless you're very special. So you can only point to the top of the ground.
Oh, sorry. I meant, can it... yeah, that's the point that it originates. I'm talking about each creature within 5 feet of that point. Could the 5 feet also count as down?
5 feet does go down.
Sweet. That's all. And then I roll a thing.
Yes, please. Wow, that's a quite a thing you have there.
Bibbidi bobbidi boop.
That would be a dexterity saving throw, eh? You hear a very nasty squealing sound as some of the sand in the area is turned into that lightning glass, and you can see a chunk of exoskeleton explode away from a creature, momentarily revealing it, a massive ankeg moving through the ground.
I would have seen a creature like this before, correct? Like, mayhap?
I mean, they're fairly common pests and trouble. There's something people do hunt. Some farmers even use them to aerate fields in very controlled conditions. So yeah,
All right.
probably bottom.
Okay. Seeing a thing with, I guess mandibles and lots of legs, I'm going to create myself into something as a bonus action. I'm going to turn into something that has a lot of teethers. Like in, one of these fucking guys. And right before I do so, I'll be like, this guy's
So hang on,
bad.
just before you do that, does that get rid of your storm?
It does not, sir.
Neat. You can concentrate.
I hold concentration while wild shaping.
Nice.
Flaming sphere is also.
So,
good for that.
and even though once I've cast it, now that I've cast this, I can continue to call it because the spell is already cast. I just call forth stuff from it. As far as I understood it.
You can use your action. Sure. Yep.
Yep. Cool. So I'm gonna move my little turtle butt out of the way and get my big Allosaurus butt. I will take my movement to step in front of the thing and go roar.
You roar and it roars and chitters back at you.
Very, very frightening. That's all I got.
You got it. And with that, some things start to happen. An Ankeg erupts to the south and the west. Joey and Waverly, a spray of acid
No.
comes towards you. 30 feet long, 5 feet wide. Please give me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or take. Not a lot of damage.
Woo!
Joey's still taking all of it.
That's covered by evasion. Yes,
I-
I avoid it entirely.
I believe so. And the acid spray does fall just slightly short of our new dinosaur friend. The Ankeg begins to burrow back into the ground, but does not have enough movement to sink itself. So it just starts scuttling a bit down. However, another moves forward. And boy, it would help if I could click. This one surfaces. It sprays a line of acid. It is going to hit Waverly and our new dinosaur friend. Please give me DC 13 dexterity saving throws. Eight points of damage halved, I think, for both of you due to evasion.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. You got
Have
it.
to have it.
This Ankeg also begins burrowing again, but cannot get below ground. As Waverly, 3 Ankegs have surfaced. What you up to? Oh, and yes, please.
What?
Oh, that was
Done?
to plot on the Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is John just hissing? It's getting more feral as time goes on.
Okay. Well, let's This one was trying to burrow itself again, wasn't it?
Yes, so far they've all tried to pop up and burrow back down, but haven't had the movement for it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to shoot that one.
Sure.
The dinosaur is going to wave its tiny little arms at the tiny little mouse. And point at the one that's in the ground.
The one
Okay.
that's in the ground?
I just concerned because that one's going to disappear again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the one in front of me was in the ground. I'm pointing at the one next to the big dinosaur, and the big dinosaur knows that the little mouse usually likes things next to it or something. I don't know. The dinosaur is not this articulate. So, rawr, 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 do what you will.
Fine. Alright. Jump in.
Okay.
Stab.
A 15. A 14 is good. 27 points of damage, and you just gouge into the spot where this Ankeg's armor had been blown away by the lightning, and it goes still under the ground.
The T-Rex does like a peekaboo sign. Yay!
So Waverly, anything else you're doing?
I really want to ride on the dinosaur.
Do you have half of your movement left?
I have all my movement left.
So if the dinosaur is willing, that is a valid action.
Yeah,
Or
the
valid
tail is
movement.
constantly curved towards the little mouse.
All right. Well, I'm going to just climb up and be on your back with
Yay.
my good perch.
It's waiting for
Alright.
scritches behind its not ears.
Maybe later, when we're not going to die.
Perch achieved. And with that, the ground continues to move and erupt. Another Ankeg bursting forth between the others, sending a spray of acid. This one, I think, only going to get Joey. 30 feet. Oh, nope. Does just tag the dinosaur. Good thing the mouse mounted up on the other side. Joey and the dinosaur, DC 13, dexterity saving throws, or please take...
Joey, is your
Joey!
something broken on your sheet?
13 on that one. And the storm remains. Joey, closer to hand, appearing directly in front of you, another Ankeg. This one, within melee distance, it reaches out and attempts to bite you.
Joey, get the hell out of there.
I don't think an 11's gonna do it, though.
No, not so much.
Not its favorite thing to do. Our next mystery friend. Be very happy when you guys are all in the same layer. Shifts about underground. Shifts about underground. Dawn, you notice disturbances near your feet.
That's not nice.
I mean, not particularly nice, no. Then you notice an eruption and a spray of acid that will hit the Mastiff, Dawn, and the dinosaur.
No, my doggy! My poor doggy.
Would the doggy please roll a dexterity saving throw? You should have access to the sheet, as well as Dawn and the dino, or take 8 points of damage.
Where is it? Where is it?
Dang.
No, Mastiff! How many hit points does the Mastiff have?
5.
No, Mastiff!
My dog! No!
Some of the legs of the Ankeg begin drawing the Mastiff in for consumption. But in the meanwhile...
I'm sorry, did that hit Dinosaur too?
Dinosaur 2, please, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Dinosaur, please take 8 points of damage. Another Ankeg to the north appears, acid stream splashing towards you. This one, Waverly, Dawn. That's not how you type.
Rolling third.
Rolling third.
Maybe if you got rid of some of those ridiculous amount of Ankegs you have on the screen.
I mean, there's a lot of Ankegs. So Waverly and Dawn, please DC 13 or take 9 points of damage.
Dawn don't move good.
Dawn did not move good. Dawn has trouble with acid.
Waverly ninjas out of the way.
It really does.
Clothes are getting holes in them and
Roar! One last Ankeg appears.
Oh my god!
Dawn and Waverly and the Dino.
Finally. You take half or none?
Half of you pass unless you're special.
Not special.
Mind the damage. It's the con saves that I don't like. But I'm fine.
Joey, a
I
horde of
got
Ankegs
splattered.
have appeared.
I got splattered.
What are you doing about it?
You know, that really does look like a horde of Ankegs.
It's too many bugs.
You know what you do to a horde of Ankegs? You just jump right in. And then I will start piking. Which one bit at me? The one on the southeast, right?
South east, correct.
Yeah, he's getting piked.
He is probably not getting piked with that.
Well, I mean, when you roll a 2, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then we'll pike him again.
That'll hit him, yeah. 14 points of damage there. That'll hit him pretty good. No. Don't have any hit points lost. Okay, no. I got nothing for my bonus, so I'm good. Got it. Dawn,
Okay.
your Mastiff Defender has fallen.
He is going to shoot a blast at this one.
Certainly may.
Blam.
Blam indeed.
I don't know how many blams it needs. More than the one?
More than that.
Do you have the charisma invocation?
Yeah, you
I
don't.
do.
You do, but you don't.
But is it... again? Okay.
Again,
So it's +5.
plus 5 for each of those. So
Yes.
Five
So if
there.
If the first one falls, he'll shoot the second one.
Nope.
I
Still,
think
this one still looks about as half as healthy as it did before.
Okay, so shoot blam blam at these. And then is going to climb up on top of the carriage, because that's where warlocks belong.
Seems reasonable.
Well, sorcerer. Sorcerlock.
Sorklock.
Sorcerlock.
That's going to bring up an Ankeg, and that Ankeg is going to attempt to chew on Joey. Joey, 24?
24 will hit. I will take 12 damage. Oh, I am grappled.
And
Okay.
you are grappled. The Ankeg, with you grappled, begins moving down into the dirt.
It also takes 25 points of cold damage.
It also takes 25 points of cold damage. Way to bury the lead on that one. Any other effects from 25 points of cold damage?
No.
Alright. It begins attempting to drag you below the ground. Can I have a strength check, please? Strength saving throw, please.
That I can do.
Alright. You are not below ground yet. However, the Ankeg is making the effort. Ankeg number 2 is going to attempt to bite on Joey. Joey, 19?
Ooh, 19's good too.
19 hits 2. 12 additional points of damage for you. Onkeg number 3. One more bite on Joey. 22.
I mean, I can't argue when you're rolling in the teens, man.
These Onkegs
What
are
are you gonna do?
monsters. 13 points of damage. Waverly, Joey's being chewed on out there. Did any of those trigger additional ice, or was just that the first blast? Whoop.
I think I got skipped. I was just trying to figure it out. I deleted my token. That's why. I'm sorry.
Oh, you deleted. Sorry.
I deleted poor Plaut. I was right after dawn. I was at 20.
All right.
Bobby.
Okay. Yeah.
You want me to just drag Plaut back on the map?
Yeah, throw Plaut back on the map.
He's here.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. And Plaut goes after Dawn. For some reason, these were super competitive Onkegs and managed to squeeze off an attack first. But Plaut, what were you doing?
Where is Joey right now?
Under a pile of Onkeg. One is attempting to drag him underground, so he's basically right where he is.
Okay.
Just a pile on them.
That works. Waverly, I think you're still on me, but you're gonna see wild Allosaurus arm gestations trying to call forth some lightning from this storm above, and then you'll see directions pointing towards the Onkegs and kind of like letting you know, I'm gonna be running in, homie. So, and then I'll call forth lightning on this box here.
On that box there, 3 Onkegs are going to get zapparooed.
Zappity bips.
We're going to go top left, lower left, over to the right. 3 dex checks.
Dex checks. I roll the thing.
2, 3. 1 pass, 1 super fail.
Which one was grappling Joey? The one right in front of him?
They're all grappling Joey right now, actually.
Those jerks.
So, minus 22. Minus 11. Minus 22. 2 of these look just horrible. But they're still in motion. And then running in, I heard?
Yeah, I just don't like it seems like a lot for Joey, so he's gonna run on in.
Different. You guys occupy one basic area. And that was an action, a movement. Anything else for the dino?
That is it for now.
All right. Waverly, you have been brought into a big pile of danger. What
Yes,
are you
I
doing?
have. This is exactly where I want to be.
This is strange, mouse.
Oh, you know it's true.
Chat is a fan of your Onkegs, just so you know. They're digging it.
Hey, Winston. Yes, Onkeg indeed.
How's this particular one looking?
Like if you blew on it too hard, it would fall to dust.
Okay, well, let's do something about that then.
You sure do. Very dead. As you stab down at an Onkeg from the tail of a raptor creature.
Yay!
Yes.
Arg.
Waverly, anything else for you?
That will be my turn.
Alright. And as your turn comes to a close, more Onkegs biting at Joey. 19, Joey?
Man, you're rolling the teens.
Yep. 16 points of damage between the slashing and the acid. As that is happening, however, over near the horses, an Onkeg erupts directly in front of the horses. It sights along them and up towards Dawn, spraying.
No!
Horse on the right. Has it got a name yet?
One of them was Algonquin.
One of them was Algonquin. Let's hope this isn't Algonquin, or maybe we hope it is. Is Algonquin sturdy against acid? Dawn and horse on the right, please roll me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, or take 6 points of damage. Did I give you guys a horse?
I thought
There's
the other one was
Elmar,
named
but I
like
don't think
Joe.
it's the same.
No. I thought the other one was named something simple, like because Algonquin was like regal. I'm like, what about Joe?
Do we recall, did we do draft horses or war horses when we bought them?
Riding horses, because
Riding horses, alright.
well, Algonquin was a riding horse because they rode them to.
That's-
Riding/draft horses. Really big riding horses.
Big riding horses. Alright, so we got...
John and I can't access those, so you're gonna have to roll for them.
Come on, I'm not moving fast enough! Edit.
Yeah, all those
Player.
onkegs slowing down your roll 20 there, Casey.
I mean, it's like you guys are high level or something, and it takes more monsters to fight you guys.
It's strange how a bunch more monsters showed up as soon as I started calling a bunch of pixies and other flying crap.
What?
Weird.
Who would do that? You should now have access to the horse. It's slightly outside the bestiary, but as that Onkeg gets to find out, Dawn, you will have taken 3 points of damage. Horse, horse,
it just
unfortunately, yeah,
was
just
it
the
one
one on the
horse?
right is gonna take all 6.
Still standing. Looks
Still standing.
like garbage, but
That's just
horse
how
on.
horses do.
Okay.
Dawn, I have some good news.
Hmm?
The horse isn't getting attacked. I have some bad news, though.
Hmm.
Onkegs are large creatures, so they can reach you. An Onkeg appears, scrambling up the side, attempts to bite you. Dawn. 10?
Nope.
How much do onkegs weigh?
A lot?
Wouldn't that tip out? I don't know.
I mean, it's
I
a
just-
large monstrosity.
Crawling
it can
on
sort
a
of
wooden...
balance. It's not like...
It's taken ballet.
It has
it's
many
fine.
legs.
Yeah, it's very dexterous. 1 leg each. Onkeg takes a nom on horse on the left. Bite. I think that horse is gone.
Yup.
Bye, Joe.
Bite Joe. Oh, is that one with Joe?
That one's Joe now.
Yeah, I don't think it was Algonquin.
That Onkeg begins dragging the horse below. This Onkeg has been left all to itself. It wanders over. It tries to pick up the juicy mouse from the tail
Hey.
of the
No.
raptor. Waverly. How about a 9?
No.
Alright. Onkeg, all alone, comes over. Waverly. They're fighting over the tasty morsel. Another 9.
No.
Joey. A lot of Onkegs.
It's fine, guys. I got this. The one to the south looks significantly more banged up than the one next to me, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So we're gonna pike him. And I'd like to do it at -5 to hit plus 10 damage.
You certainly may.
Okay. So 18 damage.
That is a mess o' damage, and that destroys the Onkeg.
Excellent. I would like to do the same thing to the one to my left.
You certainly may. 21 will hit. 25 points of damage if I'm mathing correctly.
Yes.
That will destroy an Onkeg, shattering their carapaces with your shiny blue pike.
Oh, shit. I wanted to wear those later. And then as my bonus action, because I put something to 0 hit points, I want to hit the one above me. I will take -5. I will miss.
You will take -5, which makes that an 11?
A 9.
A 9. It's even better when the math is right. Yes, that is a miss. Joey, anything else for you? And thank you for the sub out there, Twitch. I see the scrolling, but I haven't been able to read to catch up. So
It's
sure
all we love
all
Casey
caps.
and Onkegs and yeah. Die players die.
They're still cheering for our death, aren't they?
They are cheering for your death. And
Thanks, guys.
Twitch, I wasn't planning on seeing you in the audience, but good call. Good call. Joey, anything else for you?
I don't believe so. I think Joey is still stuck, so no.
All right. Dawn, big old Onkeg just hanging near you.
So, which one of these was the one that he blasted earlier? This one?
This one on the left here.
Okay. So Edgar is going to fly over this way and bonus action Giant Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
And spiritual weapon. What level at there?
Giant Edgar's the best.
Slam.
See?
Giant Edgar is pretty the
Little
best.
peck. Peck a hole
19
in that
point
one.
peck. This Onkeg appears to be clinging to life by this most tenuous of threads. Dawn, what else we got?
And then we'll Eldritch Blast at the one in his face.
Yes, that's a dead Onkeg. The first one would drop the one on the left, carrying over to the one on the right, or another target. Ooh, hang on. You're blasting the one that was right next to you.
Yep, because it was in his face.
I thought you meant blasting
No.
in his face, not it in its face. So it is next to you, so disadvantage on the first attack doesn't matter. You still hit. Second attack also hits. 15 points of total Eldritchy damage.
Lamb.
Dawn, anything else for you?
Nope.
Nope. Plot.
Alright, seeing, or hearing rather, the squelchy sound of the horse dying, Plot's gonna turn around, and probably feeling a little plucking on the tail, and roar at the two that are trying to pluck Waverly, moving the tail out of the way, hopefully, and I'm gonna reach my tiny little arms up to the sky, my storm, and call down some lightning right over here.
Ooh.
And,
Lightning right over here. Could I see some lightning damage over here?
yeah. Boo!
Well, the good news is the fellow on the left couldn't handle it no matter what you did. The fellow on the right, however, 15's not going to pass. 9 points of damage is a big chunk. But it is still twitching. Plot. Anything else?
Besides trying to yell and get the attention of these two now. Nope.
All right. Onkeg. Makes a bite at Joey. 15?
That's a much better roll.
All right. The Onkeg then turns tail and begins burrowing straight down. It is going to leave your threatened areas. Would anyone like to take an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
First, roll your buttons. Oh wow! Hang on. That's a good button. That's 31, 42.
I swipe at nothing.
50.
There's nothing
you
left.
don't even need to use your reaction because you like. Waverly, what did you do to do 50 points of damage with a rapier?
I decapitate. Well, I guess it was heading down. I cut its butt off, I guess. I would have decapitated it, but its head was down on the ground, so I cut off its tail.
Maybe it was some of the motion of the tail whipping you around, giving you momentum to.
Yes.
Yeah, what's impressive is that usually the rapier is not considered a slicing weapon, but if you perforate enough in a straight line, it just comes off like tear paper.
Yep.
So, as the Onkeg disappears, Waverly, you find yourself ready to stab again.
Oh. Which one? Which one's looking better?
Those both look the same. They're both
look-
very stylish.
I don't like that. Let's go for this guy.
All right.
Lean down and take a stab.
16 will hit. 26 is a chunk o' damage.
I like that I basically automatically get sneak attack damage here, because there's always an ally.
Very true. There are benefits to mounted combat when you're mounted on an ally who can rawr for you. So Waverly, anything else?
That'll be it.
All right. And with that, the Ankeg to the south of the horse grabs the horse and begins tearing its body as it starts to burrow underground. It disappears from view, taking a big chunk of the horse with it. Ankeg, beside Dawn, makes another attempt at a bite. Dawn.
No.
Oh, Dawn. That's probably going to hit.
So glad the
20.
crit tables are not.
4 points. Are the crit tables on?
No, not yet.
300 out of 500. Okay, so not yet. 24 points of damage. Dawn, how you doing?
He's not feeling too good, but he's still there.
You are unfortunately grappled. The Ankeg begins
Gross.
attempting to drag you down and into the ground with it. Please give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
10. You need to get... See, you got 10! You're fine. You are pulled off of the wagon, but as it begins to try and burrow down with you, just spread your arms out as big as you can, and it can't pull you into the ground just yet. Ankeg over here, still after the delicious-looking Waverly, despite the danger involved in getting close to the danger mouse, biting on Waverly. 15?
No.
No. The Ankeg attempts to burrow away.
The crit tables are officially on.
Oh, the crit tables are
Thank you,
officially
Winston.
on. Interesting. Ankeg is attempting to leave your threat area. Waverly or Dinosaur, would either of you like to take advantage of this?
Come on,
Yes.
Waverly, get that crit again.
Waverly's going to miss. The Dinosaur's going to hit and do 8 points of damage, but that is not enough to stop the Ankeg from getting below ground. It disappears, leaving only a little hole behind it. The Ankeg to the south still wants a piece of that delicious Waverly, but doesn't get it. It also drops below ground. Joey, what's your passive perception? Mm-mm. I mean, that's a good passive perception.
Oh, 16.
That's a lot better than It's good enough. Out to the west, in the darkness, you hear more disturbances in the earth. But whereas the Ankegs as they approached were somewhat subtle, there's just, crackle of ground, little whoops as the tunnels fell in. This is louder. You hear boom, boom, as something is just tearing through the ground, or some things.
Oh.
That sounds distinctive. So that sounds like something I'd probably be able to recall if I had ever heard about it or heard stories about it. Is there some sort of check that I can make for that?
I feel like if you feel you've heard about it, you can have heard about it.
Okay. I mean, I did run caravans, and I suppose caravans probably would know about this noise if they were south.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's this noise?
So this noise, they're known by several names, land shark being one of them, boulets being another, terrors.
I blame Alex, if you're still watching. It's your fault.
These were on the grid before
Lies,
Alex
all
mentioned
lies.
it.
Gave him ideas.
So, nope. We had this set up beforehand. A cluster of boulets approaches from the west. You don't see them yet. They're just beyond. Oh, no, wait. Are they beyond the range of your dark vision? What is your dark vision?
Just 60.
Just 60. They are beyond the range of your dark vision at the moment, though you hear that whomping noise stop as they make their final approaches underground. Joey, what you doing?
They hunt in packs.
Dawn, can the horse go like one horse and go? Because we should go.
We'll have to disconnect the corpse of the other first.
Wasn't that taken underground? I mean, roar.
Part of it. A chunk thereof.
Oh my god! Why are there so many?
Because I like hitting buttons. I might have hit the same one twice or 3 times just to distract you. Because I would do that. I mean, I can make it look like I have a million of them. I just sit here on one and just be like, boop, 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 boop,
Did
boop,
the
boop.
horse get completely dragged or no?
The horse is not completely dragged underground. A portion of it was torn off and pulled under. The rest is just sort of jammed into the dirt. It would take a little bit of doing to get that corpse free. At least an action or 2. And if you were gnawing at the traces with a big dinosaur mouth, maybe more than that. Unless you just ate the horse.
They took my dog.
Mm-hmm.
They took my dog, guys. Not fair.
But Joey, at the moment, Dawn is being pulled underground by an Ankeg on the far side of the wagon, so there is something urgent to do. But what are you doing?
Yeah. Dawn, you're good, right? Oh god, I can't get that. Well, I have a pike. I have a pike.
You do have a pike.
Magic missile.
2, 3, 4, 6. Alright, can I pike at the horse's constraints from here?
Sure. Roll an attack roll if you would.
I would not like to activate Great Weapon Master.
Alright, you begin hacking away at them. They sever easily under your might and power. It's going to take a little bit more than the one shot you have, as they are bound across the front as well with this particular style set. And you can't quite reach the areas you would need to from here. But you have cleared it from the majority of it.
I don't think Algonquin's reacting well to any of this.
Algonquin's having a bit of a day, actually. Sort of acid blasted, swords going off, all sorts of stuff. Maybe we'll find out about that in just a second. Joey, anything else for you?
Bonus action. Yep. It's gonna be second wind. Because in case.
Got it. And as that brings us to the top of the turn order, and we add some new friends. Dawn, you are currently grappled and being held to the ground by an Ankeg. There's still enough of it visible that you can see it. What are you doing?
I'm going to magic missile it in whatever constitutes its face.
It's got a very charming face, some might say.
No, 2, 3, 4.
5, 10, 15 points of damage. Magic to the face, but it does not let go.
I think that's the right amount.
5th level?
Yes, but I don't know why it didn't ask me my level.
Oh wait, hang on.
How many
1,
am I supposed to shoot?
2, 3 plus 1 for each above first, right?
Yep.
So, 7 total.
Wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Usually it asks me. It didn't ask me this time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's an additional 14 points of damage, which is enough to free you.
Ugh.
Dawn, what are you doing
I'm gonna
now?
crawl out of this way and probably try to avoid getting kicked by an upset horse.
Probably try to get working kick by an accept horse. Seems reasonable. In the meanwhile, however, Waverly and the dinosaur. You see an explosion of dirt to the north and west. A dark shadow moving through the air above your heads, and then a boulet lands basically on top of you. As it does...
I had a 20 on my initial roll. I see I'm a 19 now. Dawn rolled 20.11. I had 20.
Fine. That's totally good. This is all because of
Go
you
away,
having
gross
deleted
land shark.
things. So, as the boulet is soaring through the air towards you, you're like, I should do something about this. So the boulet is now in the air.
Yes, Alex, I blamed you already.
Pawns. There. What you doing?
Running the fuck away. Amongst other things. Hearing the ground rustle, seeing Joey go, seeing Dawn's okay now. Allosaurus looks behind itself, sees this giant, gross trap of a beast, runs towards the horse with the mouse. And if the mouse wants to, the Allosaurus will kind of gesture tail towards the cart to jump off as it reaches down and tries to chomp, untangle, bite off the horse, whatever. Yeah.
Sure.
What do I have to do?
Yeah, just go ahead and give me... You can do an attack roll. That seems reasonable if you're just going to try and eat the horse out of the way.
I didn't want to do it like this, Rar.
Yeah. No, that's how that goes. Who normally maintains control over Algonquin? That is Dawn, correct?
Joey's the one that drives.
Joey's the one that drives.
But,
okay. So
Dawn
Joey
got Algonquin back when we did I forget what dungeon that was. When we got moored.
got it.
Yeah, I mean it's Dawn's horse. Joey drives. It's
Okay.
Dawn's
Yes.
horse.
So Joey or Dawn, you're both within proximity.
Help.
No help on this one. But the horse is going to try and bolt. It is not handling this at all well. As it tries to bolt. So apparently, musical number has been purchased if they wish to sing something Boulay themed. So good luck with that. But as that's been set up, horses begin to move away. I could foresee some sort of reaction as they move out of your threatened areas to stop them. Perhaps something like a grapple or animal handling. Joey, you're probably only far enough to try and whack at it. But I'm willing to hear suggestions. What would you two like to do?
I mean, sometimes you gotta use the crop, right? So he'll flip his pike in his hand and thwap it with the butt end.
Okay.
Do you want animal handling?
I think an animal handling would work with that one.
That's not gonna go well.
Appropriate. That went very well.
Startled.
So the horse just freezes, not knowing what to do. As that's happening, a boulet lands with a heavy thud, scratching and tearing at the ground, where Waverly and the raptor once were. It looks around, confused as to why it doesn't have prey anymore, and then dashes over to Joey and Waverly. Waverly, that's going to put it within reach of you if you wish to do something. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stab it.
You may try. You do. Boy, do you.
Right in the snout.
27 points of snoot damage. Waverly, anything else?
I would like to No, I think I'm gonna stay. No, I was thinking about jumping onto the cart, but I think we'll stay on the dinosaur and watch the dinosaur's back.
Joey is in full forward motion of getting back on the cart. 100% Waverly, if that has any indication on what
That
you're
does make a difference. Okay, disengage and make my way over here.
You got it. Bonus action, disengage, and move. In the meanwhile, additional boulets surface, launching themselves through the air, landing on the ground and scrambling, tearing across. Looks like they're attempting to cut you off. Alright, we're just going to bring you all onto the same layer here, so I stop fighting with you. Rushing across. Scramble, 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 scramble. You crazy little tanks. Joey, as they draw in all around you, what you doing?
Well, you know what we get to do now? We're gonna get to find out if dinosaurs have motion sickness. As the air kind of shimmers just a smidgen around Joey, I imagine this as him not understanding how teleporting actually works, so he grabs a hold of the dinosaur and plops them both on top of the cart, with Joey ending up near and or at the driver's seat. And I'm going to give this. And as he makes both of us exit, the air just kind of fills back in and whoops, creating the thunder effect.
Sounds good. Each creature within 10 feet, that would be...
Oh, your size are smaller. Shit.
If you wish to explain this to Plaut, because you would know the limitations of your spell, you could explain to Plaut to revert, which I think can happen instantly if Plaut is wanting to. Plaut, is it a bonus action to revert, or can you just drop it?
Rar? Drop the rar?
Yes.
Yeah, I can be a giant turtle whenever I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bonus action.
Is that what the miming that I'm getting from Joey?
Yeah, the, less dinosaur.
You know, it's like he knows what I'm doing.
I saw that.
What?
I have to use a bonus action on my turn. I
It's a
was
bonus action
reading
on
all
your
the
turn.
gobbledygook.
Okay. Yep, I got you. So, Joey, you're like, can you? That's just like, rawr, shakes head.
Then I'm gonna hold Plaut's hand, and ready, my thunder step, to go on top of the cart if Plaut is no longer a dinosaur, and then I'll yell out, "Dawn, be ready to go. We gotta go."
Okay.
You're driving.
Planning is happening.
Dawn's driving?
Surprise.
Because remember, this is a carriage, not a cart, so you have to get in it, not on it.
Oh, you could be.
Technically, you can get on it. It's
You
just,
cling to the outside.
but if he's driving, he'll scramble up this way and be like, he has no idea what to do. But
Okay.
he's going to cover them to get on. So Edgar is going to go at this guy, claw at with big giant ghosty feats.
Mm-hmm.
I have too many sheets open. There we go. See, this one is asking me what level to shoot at. Um,
20 is a solid hit. 19 points
and
of damage.
will Eldritch Blast at this one.
Ooh, can you? I don't want to step on toes, but like if you're ready to drive the cart, we will literally be on top of it in half a second.
Yeah, what do I roll to drive the cart? Because he does not have proficiency in whatever it is.
So normally it would be animal handling.
Okay.
There's that bedside manner that Dawn is known for.
Yep, absolutely. So I think we
Yeah.
can see. I mean,
Go.
You do have it going for you that the horse would very much like to run. So the horse gets ready to run. Dawn, anything else? That is basically
I believe
movement,
that's
bonus
what
action, so I'm not sure you got a lot left.
Yeah, that's it. He's like, I don't know how to. Just go, stupid horse.
Okay. Go, stupid horse is called Plaut.
Okay. Plaut having, well, not Plaut, Allosaurus having his tiny little hand taken by the big half-orc is just like, roar, and does what he wants. Bonus action, change back into Plaut. And I guess upon doing that, your held action?
Faboof.
Okay, and we're on the cart?
Faboof indeed. And
Okay.
you are on the cart.
Alright,
And
so...
the cart is whipped furiously.
Whipped furiously? So are we driving away now, or is that happening on another turn? Just curious.
That's going to start happening now.
Okay. As it's happening, I would like to sing a little ditty. Now that
Sure.
Plaut's back. Running through the north, away from the boule. O'er the fields we go, hurt by Ankeg spray. Danger mouse, please crit. Turn this battle round. What fun it is to run and sing boule go underground. And he's gonna call lightning right here to try and clear the space out.
Very nice. Plus 10 or minus 10 to any d20 roll of your choice up until it is expended. Well done. And can I see that call lightning? Because I need 3 boulets to make us dexterity saving throws going in typewriter order. 1, 2, 3. Pass, fail, fail. 10 points.
Yay! Oh, and Plaut's back. Let's bring his cute little butt here. I don't know where he has room to be.
You guys are all just basically piling on top, I think, is the basic plan here. So, because I would run out of board if I did it, we're going to move the boulets instead of the cart. Horses, what is their speed, if you would? I think it's 40?
60.
60? You guys are fast. And off you go. At which point...
Edgar will turn back and start flying after.
Sure. Boulets will try and give chase. "40 feet it travels, keeping pace. It leaps into the air and lands atop the wagon just behind you, Plaut and Waverly. But it has no action with which to attack. Waverly, there's a boulet behind you. The carriage is tipping and swaying wildly as it goes careening down the path. It's not stable there.
Stab!
And unfortunately, that rocky hide just turns it away.
No!
Waverly, anything else?
I am too squishy to be here. disengage and move over here. It's kind of like as far as I can go.
So that's where Dawn is.
Oh.
Well,
So you guys are basically filling the top of this carriage. I am willing to hear that you would like to get very risky and acrobatics your way, like swing out the outside, tuck in, roll through the window, and get inside.
Yes, absolutely.
Do not
so is there
fall
anything...
off.
All right, so is there anything that you would like to say you're doing with your bonus action before you do that?
The disengage.
There we go. And if I could see it acrobatics, your DC is going to be a 15, but you're fine.
Wow.
In you go. Waverly is now inside the carriage. Boulets in the background come charging forward. 40 feet it can manage. It leaps and lands atop all y'all.
how's that work?
How does that work? Excellent question. There to back. Like that. Works just like that. A boulet has a deadly leap. As it lands, each of you must make a DC 16 strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice, or be knocked prone and take some damage. On a successful save, you're not knocked prone, but you're pushed 5 feet out of the space.
Well, this is not good.
If you would like, you may fail on purpose to stay where you are, but you're going to get tore up. If you would like to attempt to save, please do.
Does that apply if I'm inside the carriage?
Inside the carriage is no problem. It's the people who are on top that are getting squished. So that will be Plaut, Dawn, Joey.
Okay, and if you...
Dawn's not staying there.
If you fail the save, or so if you succeed the save, you're pushed 5 feet out of the space. So, is there any chance of staying on the card at all?
So if you fail the save, you just are knocked prone.
Sorry.
So you're underneath it. If you succeed the save, then... Wait, hang on. And is pushed 5 feet out of the space.
So you're either knocked prone or you're pushed. One of the two.
Knocked prone
It
or
says,
pushed.
If there are no unoccupied space, well, I guess, off is still an unoccupied space.
Off is an unoccupied space. So, would you like to take the full damage
No.
and be knocked prone, or take lessened damage if you save, but be shoved off? With the potential save of an acrobatics to pull yourself back in. But how lucky do you feel?
And it's an acrobatics to try and hang on if we get pushed.
Acrobatic, if you get pushed off, acrobatics to try and hang on.
Can Dawn try to jump to the horse? Or would that be after a deck save?
That would be the acrobatics save
To not,
or
to
to
not
do
fall.
so. Yes.
Or to cling
So-
to the... Well, he has the reins in his hands, so he could hold on to those, but he's gonna get run over or something. But,
So
well,
let's make it a little easier.
His instinct is to, get out the way.
Sure.
So
Let's make
he's-
it a little easier to. We'll give you the math here.
Okay.
So if you take full damage, you will take 26 points of damage, and you would be knocked prone.
Well, Dawn's just Jumpy Cat is going to instinctively try to get
Sure.
out of the way.
DC 16, strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice.
Because, he's so good at these things.
Unfortunately, you
So
do not pass. You take 26 points of damage and are prone.
He's
Basically flattened under the boulet.
All right,
He's flat and unconscious.
I am
Okay.
going to try and stay, especially seeing Dawn fall there.
Okay.
Plaut's going to try and pass. I'm going to choose strength though, because I'm
Sure.
a big turtle.
You do not. You are knocked prone and take 26 points of damage. You are squished under the boulet. Joey.
Joey can still reach him with a pike if he flips around. He'll try to save.
Sure.
Yeah,
Joey does not. 26 points of damage. And you are
Ow.
set. The other boulet call to one another, keeping pace, falling slowly behind the horse. Joey, you are prone and under a boulet. What would you like to do?
Yeah. So, if a boulet moved 5 feet off of the top of this cart, would it still be on the cart or off of the cart?
I would say it'd probably be making some sort of acrobatics check to see which way that went.
Okay, and then if it was pushed 10 feet off of the cart,
It would have
definitely be off the
no
cart?
real chance. They would just be plummeting to its displeasure.
Cost-benefit analysis, kids. It's tons of fun. And I guess the only other thing would be... do either of these look banged up at all? Were these the ones that got hit by the lightning at the front?
These do look a bit dented. The one to the north on the back of the carriage looking much worse for the wear.
Of course, it's the one on the back of the carriage. Okay. If it's looking much worse for wear, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to hit it. I'm assuming I can't stand up from here.
Cannot. No real room for you to stand up. You are under the boulet.
Then I will Hexblade's Curse the one on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will try to continuously pike it at disadvantage.
You certainly may.
Uh,
A 15 will not pike it.
and you
Roll a
13.
13. Good news, though. The disadvantage didn't do you any harm.
That's such good news. I'm so excited.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to use any movement because I can't. So I'm
Fair
good.
enough. Dawn,
Yes.
I think I need to ask you for a death saving throw, I heard.
Yep. Do, 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 do.
Good news. One success. Also, good, or at least potentially interesting news. Off to the west, you hear another sound of ground breaking. A hiss and grind, enormous amounts of material being crushed. And the boulet change from trying to dig through you to your juicy bits in the middle to instead trying to scramble and get off this crazy carriage. Plaut. You are under a boulet and prone, but you can see they're trying to get away now.
Okay, wait. I'm confused now. They were all about getting up here and pummeling us, and now that we're all knocked down, they're trying to get away?
They are, and perhaps that noise from out to the west is the cause of that. Something bigger and badder even than a boulet pack.
Okay, now I know for sure. Alex, Alex. I'm doing the eye thing, and then the eye thing towards you, and then the eye things towards me. Dang it. Okay. They're trying to get off, but they haven't actually moved at all,
They have
so
not
I cannot
moved
get
yet.
up.
You cannot get up. Now them getting off doesn't mean they won't try and chew on you and take you with them.
Alright, well... Shit. I'm pondering. 1 second. Somehow I wasn't prepared for this. Okay. Alright, so, so Plaut is on the ground. You're gonna see the storm start to dissipate as he stops focusing on that, and he is going to instead focus... Okay, he's going to focus instead on calling some apes. 4 of them, to be exact. He's gonna conjure animals. I want 4 apes to appear between... Let me find out exactly something about them. But they're gonna be somewhere around here.
Okay.
Specifically 25 feet. Yeah, so right here. Away from the cart and us, and yeah. Putting them in between us and the purple thing, facing the belays, and they are going to fling some poop or, you know, whatever they fling.
Sure.
Something hurtful, hopefully.
You got it. So 4 giant apes appear and start acting distracting. And in the meanwhile, Boulay on the back of the cart. Can't see. Waverly is in the cart. Plaut is on the ground. Boulay is going to take a chomp at Plaut. Advantage, didn't need it. Plaut, please take 50 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Plaut, are you conscious?
Okay, wait. I still had part of my turn. Like, the apes were throwing stuff at the belays. Sorry.
The apes are throwing stuff at
That's all these D20s. I thought I was looking for the...
Oh, sorry.
For the stuff. So they're throwing rocks.
Oh, okay. I heard flinging poo. I was thinking something less painful.
Like hardened poo.
Hardened poo. This is... They don't get enough roughage, apparently.
Yes, they're very constipated.
Very constipated poo flingers.
Do any of
my
those
apologies
hit?
for misunderstanding. So that will be a 22 will hit, an 18 will hit, and you can roll me damage for 2 of those. Nine and 14 is 13 points of damage. Not enough to throw off the Boulay, who's going to try and chomp on you.
And my bonus action will be to turn into... fuck it, Allosaurus again.
An Allosaurus! Okay. Allosauruses are pretty big. And all of a sudden, the Boulay that was atop y'all is now going, woo! Poof, because there's an Allosaurus.
There's no space on this cart.
Nope, there's really no space on this cart. So, as you turn into an Allosaurus and the Boulay starts scrambling away, we will give the Boulay the credit for his crit, which is the 50 points of damage, and I think I get to roll on the crit table as he's falling off the back, biting at a Allosaurus. Crit table's a D20?
Yes, it is.
And what would be a 13 on the crit or crit table?
I'm not in my account. I'm now in my account. Lucky number 13, you would say?
Lucky number 13, I might say.
Heard round the world. Strength save. Save, or the target is pushed back up to 15 feet away from the attacker. This attack also causes a large boom of thunder that can be heard from up to 100 feet away.
And that's the creature version?
So the target that you critted on has to make the save.
Okay.
So this, I think, is where I'm going to use that plus 10, because otherwise this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I hate wasting the plus 10 on this because I so probably don't need it, but I can't risk this. Yeah, so 33?
33 is fine. But I believe you can choose your plus 10, minus 10 after the die roll. Didn't we decide that?
I'll leave it up to the DM discretion. That's fine.
I think we did. But despite that, and with an enormous clap of noise, the Boulet's jaws clamp down on the Alice, tearing a chunk of flesh away as it falls off the back and scrambles to right itself, burrowing into the dirt, moving away to the east with its pound of flesh withdrawn. Waverly, from inside the carriage, you hear all sorts of nonsense. Then, the carriage roof, which really has not been handling this additional weight well, just starts to fracture. You start to see toes of dinosaurs, claws of boulets coming in at you. What you doing?
I should not be on the inside of this carriage right now. I am going to go back out the window and up the side and because I don't want everyone to fall on me.
All right. As you scramble up the side, you can see the boulets falling behind in the distance. Algonquin making good headway down the road, dust kicking up. Waverly, anything else you're doing?
Let me check something really quick here.
Aped.
Sorry?
I was just drawing my square apes.
Drawing your square apes. Did I not give you a big... I swear I gave you a big ape.
Maybe I just didn't see it.
This is the worst trip.
This is a little rough sometimes.
Oh, these are giant apes. Oops. Nope.
Well, Dawn's looking pretty bad, so maybe I should go over there and pour a potion of healing down his throat. How do you like that, Dawn?
What is that again? A 1d...
2d4 plus 4?
So Casey,
Yeah.
what are the chances of him still having the reins in his hands or wrapped around him somewhere? Or are they flopping around down somewhere?
I
on
feel
north?
like they're probably flopping around down there somewhere, but I also feel that this horse is probably not responding to the reins.
No.
And having had half of them hacked off, you're most likely going wherever this horse wants you to go.
He can't really drive anyway, so...
We're gonna die. It's fine.
As you continue rushing south, the boulets fall behind. Behind, you can see that they're moving away from that massive disturbance as a huge shape lifts up and arcs through the air before slamming back down, tearing around in the dirt. Further back than that, though, back where that storm once gathered, you see something spark and light. Spark and light again, electricity crackling along its form. It flaps massive wings rising into the air. It positions itself so it's backlit by the moon. Huge wings, long tail, massive horn, booming through the air as crackling electric light ripples down blue scales. A massive blue dragon looks at you in full and says, "Who's intimidating now, Dawn?" As Lenathan, the blue dragon, dives back down into the earth to herd its horde towards you.
So somebody bears a grudge from 9 levels ago.
You think maybe he might? However, above ground, the horse has a lead, and the boulets fall behind. About a day's travel ahead is the town of Oakhurst, and you know as you draw closer to the mountains, the ground will get rocky and stony, and those burrowing creatures, some can't even travel through stone like that. Others are much slowed by it. And you feel that you've made your getaway. Congratulations. As you approach the town of Oakhurst in your rickety wagon with one horse missing and a lot of extra stress on the carriage, you can see that the town's fairly green, seems to be doing well compared to the reports that you had from the other party members and some of you visiting the area.
Wait a minute here. I feel as out of breath as my character must feel right now, because I'm a little... I was looking all over the screen for a dragon to appear and be like, just fine, Casey wants to kill Group B, got it. Okay, so we're safe? We're out of combat?
You have made it out of combat.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
Lenathan
now I
the
can
Blue
box
Dragon
text.
did stop by.
Because why
herd
not?
his minions towards you.
Will I get the frozen dragon from up north too? Enjoying... You guys can kumbaya over our corpse. Poor Algonquin. Okay, sorry. Continue. I'm sorry I interrupted box text. I was just...
That's all right. I think it was poor Joe, but Algonquin's still in it. And as you have some time throughout the night to recall, blue dragons do burrow. They can fly almost as easily underground as they do above it. But, you know, eyes to the skies, folks. It's about 10:30. We got a little bit of a late start. Would you like to have a little bit of time in Oakhurst? Or lands beyond? Or should we draw it close here? How's everybody feeling?
Very
John
tired.
needs a nap.
Very tired.
He thankfully has his ring of help me not die. But Dawn is like had it found out his name.
It did.
He affected it enough that he found out his name. He's kind of a bit smug about that a little bit.
Yes,
a little bit.
Takeaway from this is that you should be smug.
That is definitely one takeaway from it.
It had to go out of the way to find out what his name was. So
It did do that, yes. And your names are known to the cultists, of which it has been a supporter. And it saw an opportunity to strike as you were moving through this desert-like area. But now you seem to be out of the reach of its favored minions. And there is an inn in Oakhurst. Oakhurst recently relabeled the Gateway to Barovia. Lovely place. Big sign out front. Come try our tomatoes. Ask about the tomato soup. Tomato juice for all. I assume you're going to take rooms in the inn and get yourself a long rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
And
I'm sorry, I was sleeping.
So please do gain the benefits of a long rest, and then we'll pick back up from there. And just as a heads up to those in the audience, it's not the real Barovia anymore. In this particular world, Barovia has been returned to the prime material plane, and certain vampires are no longer the leadership. We'll avoid any super spoilers in there, but let's just say he's dead again.
For now.
So,
For now.
so we're safe in Oakhurst.
Safe and no cursed.
I hear you all
Tomatoes
have
for
good
everyone.
pies here.
Yay, tomatoes.
Tomatoes for
Tomato pie.
all. And so that, I think we will draw to a close. I hope you all had fun with the waves of monsters.
Note to self, don't plan anything for the session. Because you're not going to get a chance to do it because purple monsters and kegs and both eggs.
Oh my.
I mean, I feel like maybe if we'd started a little earlier, we could have got to some plans.
Okay, so we started late, so Casey's like, dragons, big purple monsters, belays, and ankegs. For every 5 minutes you're late, another group of 6 to 8 show up.
You got 2 rounds of each wave as they chased each other through. You did a good job getting on the horses and getting away.
I'm going to try and work that into my customer service job to explain, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I have to go or I'll die. Trust me.
And yes, the universal rule is he does tend to come back. But I got to have a little fun with the closing speech on that one in our last Barovian session, and do a little callback to one of my favorite NPCs of all times. Boom.
Oh god. Gonna be an army of them just milling about.
There could be. Though for those who have studied the area, you do know the Vistani have primarily left Barovia at this point. Many of the wagon tracks you saw heading north were from their...
Well, yeah.
I don't remember if it's Bardo or Bardo, but from their wagons.
Well, now that, Barovia just lets anybody in.
I mean, yeah, gates are open. Oakhurst, gates to Barovia. Scenic Barovia.
I guess I have to delete my dog from my list of...
Oh.
Yes. Unfortunately, the animals did suffer a bit on this particular...
You know what? Plaut's gonna try and feed some licorice to Algonquin, because good goddamn was that a lot riding on you pulling that cart, buddy. There was a lot.
Pulling the cart, them, 2 belays, Plaut, like...
Sometimes an Allosaurus.
An Allosaurus.
Yes, and I'm going to just like push physics aside a little bit there because the weight being added to the wagon was being added at speed, so for a while Algonquin might have actually just had all 4 up in the air as you guys are pushing him along. So
but
kind of doing a wheelie as you go down the road.
Dawn's got to feel pretty proud. Like he finally, managed to direct the cart with the horse. It's a newfound power.
Yeah. You have command over the animals now, Dawn. So with that, I think we'll close it out. Thanks all for hanging out in Twitch. We did have a couple of close bitey moments there, but the party has survived.
Wait, that song, do I still have my +10? There was no verdict on that, and I just need to record it for like 2
You
weeks from now.
do still have your +10,
Yes.
-10. I don't
you,
think
Alex.
you needed it with a 23. So you can carry that one
Sweet.
forward.
Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for turning on the crit table. And for, cheering for the DM to kill us all. We appreciate that.
I mean...
It's okay.
It's my job to make it seem like you're about to die at every moment, and then on one of those kill you. So...
It's my fault. I only summoned 4 apes this time. Anyway. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, guys, for
Thanks
watching.
all. Bye.
Bye.